Okay, so we are now on to databases. This video is to be watched after you've read through page 3 and tried the practice exercise on page 4 and 5. So I'm just going to take you through the first exercise on page 6 just to show you how I would like the information presented. Having just a brief recap of page 3 though, a database is basically anything that holds information that you can ask questions of. So the example given is Amazon and eBay. It has a lot of information, but by asking it a question, so I would like anything to do with trampolines, I would like to search for trampolines, then it will bring back all the information about trampolines. So if you just had a box full of information, but no way of asking it questions, then it's not a database. It's the ability to find and refine the information to get what you want. Each row is called a field. Oh, scrub that. Each row is called a record. So each piece of information is known as a record, and they've all been given a separate ID number. The reason for this is because you are guaranteed that every record will have something unique about it, because the ID will be going up in 1, 2, 3. So if we had Battlefield 3 and 3, I mean, I know they are different in certain ways, but we can guarantee that Battlefield 3 is different because it has a different ID of 12 and 13. And the ID is just another addition or additional way of helping you sort the information. So on page 6 in your books, you're going to answer the different questions similar to the examples on page 4 and 5. First thing I need to do is select all the data, because the computer needs to know that you're running a search on all the data, because it might be that you just want to run a search on this particular group of records, but we want to do all the records. So I click in the top left and then I go to sort and filter, and that turns on these categories up here. And the first question is we want the games before 2010. So I go to date and I want to filter, and I only want to see everything that appears that is less than 2010. And there we go, and I've got 3 games as a result. Now, to present this information, what I'd like to do is copy the answer, place it onto sheet 2, and then rename sheet 2 as exercise 1, question 1. And then we can rename sheet 1 as database, because that is what the information, or this sheet is. It's a database. Then to get all the other records back, we just turn off the filter, and then we can turn it on again, making sure obviously we've highlighted everything so it knows we want to filter everything. And the next one, find all the games produced 2014. So again, we're back to date, we're filtering, and we are going to equals to 2014, and we have all those records. Copy it up, done. Rename X1 Q2, paste it in, and then add a new sheet, and then rename that. And as you can see, I wouldn't ask you to do anything I haven't done myself. You've got all the different answers on all the different pages that I've worked through. One of the other things this particular database work will ask you to do is to filter, or to group the information from highest to lowest in terms of price. So what you can do in this situation, say you want to find the cheapest game and the most expensive game, you can sort and filter. You can do just a sort by smallest to largest, but it's always automatically going to do it on A, because that's its default. So if you want to do a sort by name, or by producer, or there's the bell, or platform, or in this case price, we need to go to custom, and we need to tell it that I'd like you to sort it by the price. I'd like smallest to largest, and then I now know that Angry Birds is the cheapest game at £3.75. What a rip. And oh, hello, I didn't highlight it all. Intentional mistakes, just to make sure you're paying attention. What a professional. Let's go again. I didn't highlight it all. Basically, custom, sort by price, smallest to largest. So now I know Angry Birds £3.75, and the most expensive games are The Elder Scrolls, $49.99, another rip. Mario Kart 7 on the Wii, £40, money well spent. Okay, so present all the work. I also want the work presented the same way for Africa, and then once you've produced the work as shown here, then I like to upload it to the VLE where there are corresponding assignments. One other point to make, on exercise 2 question 6, it asks you for production costs greater than 2,000 when it should be 20,000. And also when it says per capita, if you run the search, then it takes away the titles. Go away. Oh, filter's off. There we go. So before you run the search, just remember the $1 is per capita and the $1 is US million. And just have a look at those. Okay. I hope this all makes sense. Basically, you need to produce a piece of work like this one and hand it in via the VLE.